much of so far, this live wire. 20 years of age, the youngest goal scorer ever for Algeria at a Nations Cup when scoring against Sudan. Just over 20 years of age, and then he followed it up for good measure against Equatorial Guinea. Also made an assist as well, Maza. He was the player the Algerian supporters wanted to see in the team, and he came on as a substitute, and he's not really left since.
No, he's a player that I would always love to see, in your team. But, unfortunately for him today, the Congolese are set up very, very well, in the midfield and, in defense, that he doesn't have that pockets that he loves to, runs into and collect those passes.
Absolutely. It's about finding the space today, and against a team whose defensive strengths we have mentioned, those 9 clean sheets last year, it is not going to be easy for an attacking team that love to get forward. We just back into Benacer. The problem when they have it wide is that only Amoura's in the middle, and he is not a very tall player and is not enough. Swing it deep, Joris Kayembe with the clearance. Elia trying to take on Belhali. That's good defending from the Algerian right back. And another free kick will go the North Africans' way.
The referee will have brought out their yellow card.
Mohamed Mansour of Egypt, the man in the middle. And there are Algerian players each time that the free kicks happen, waving their hands as if asking him, beseeching him to issue a caution.
But I love seeing referees who take their time and go for the card when it's really needed.
Likewise, you don't want to see them come out unnecessarily early. Games can quickly descend, and you really want to see 11 versus 11. So Mahrez with yet another opportunity. On this occasion, it is Shaibi. That's a better ball in. Ben Sabaini was lurking. Twanzebe got an important header. Ngonda heads away. And Boudaoui cannot play it forward, and the Congolese will have it throw deep inside their own half.
That's a very, very good swing in those set pieces.
Yes, much better ball from Shaibi than what we saw from Mahrez. So Kayembe, who's in the side today because Artur Masuaku suffered an injury against the Senegalese. Maza, still Maza, and Mbemba just unceremoniously puts that out of play as the marauding Maza was making his way forward, trying to tiptoe his way through the Congolese defence. Belhali into Mahrez. Can he get the delivery in? Still he goes, Belhali. And still it's in play. Into the middle it goes. Kayembe away. Only as far as Mahrez, who plays it in to Belhali. Belhali into the middle. And that could have gone anywhere, and instead it's gone behind for another Algerian corner.
It could definitely have gone anywhere, because I thought the ball was already ricocheting back into the goal. That's a beautiful interplay with him, and he brought that ball.
Really good header from Mahrez, wasn't it, to bring his colleague into play. And then the delivery from Belhali causing lots of problems for the Congolese. Twanzebe relieved to see it go behind for a corner and no more. Well, it is the Algerians who are turning the screw. Mbemba trying to lead the defensive resistance. It's low again from Mahrez. Again, it lacks height. Elia forward into Bongonda. Up against Boudaoui. He wants to hold on to it, and look at that defensive play from Boudaoui. His praises being sung earlier by Daniel Amokachi, champion with Nigeria in 1994, and that was outstanding defensive play again.
No, definitely. That's what we expect from him. The authority that he brings into the play.
Made his debut back in 2018. Hicham Boudaoui. His 30th cap he is winning today, as on this occasion it's the Congolese who get the free kick. Turn provider on match day 1 did Boudaoui to Mahrez, who took just 2 minutes to open the scoring for the Algerians at this tournament. It was a neat back heel from the midfielder, and Mahrez couldn't miss. There was something like just over 80 seconds on the clock. And that laid the platform for the Algerians to go on to beat Sudan and then to win all 3 of their games in Group E. And every time they've won 3 from 3 in this competition, they've gone on to lift the trophy in 1990 and 2019. These are statistics and things that can be broken, but also they can give you confidence.
Yeah, definitely. And those jinx sometimes comes to play, because when you have that belief and it always goes for you, why not? It happens.
Well, I shouldn't really mention that in 1990 it was Nigeria, your Nigeria, that they beat in the final. A game you might not like to remember too well.
The final, yes, the first game that we lost 5 goals to 1, that was the changing point in that game, because we never saw it coming.
And what did you make of that Algeria side in 1990 while we're on it?
That's where, they deserved that win. It wasn't a fluke, The players that they possessed in that team was incredible, and the 12th man did play a huge role, in 1990.
Yes, the final in the Algerian capital, Algiers, and Rabat Majer, the star man for the Algerian team, has also been seen in some of their games here so far. Mondi into Ben Sebaini. They've yet to have a proper chance on goal as we go into the second quarter of the game. Maza takes it down. Cheers from the fans at his neat control. Nouri also has good feet into Benasser, who's just once again waiting for an opening. Maza round the corner. That's better from Algeria. Shaibi, Nouri pointing for it. Swung in deep. And Kayembe away. Boudaoui. Space on the left-hand side for Benasser again. This is better from him. Nouri dropping his shoulder. Still he goes, Nouri. And he just ran into a Congolese opponent. With just some glimmers of openings at one end and then the Congolese breaking at the other. It's Bakambu with Elia charging forward. Bakambu's going to have the strike and Zidane gets the touch. And that'll be the Leopards' first corner of the game as well. Well, one end to the other.
And that's what you were talking about earlier, looking for that long ball behind the Algerian defense. He went for the ball, challenged the ball dropped for him, and then he went. And he easily has 2 options. He could have just brought the ball backwards, and then his teammate helped him hit the target, but unfortunately, he went for the strike by himself.
Well, they took a throw in, the Congolese. It's a corner, as the referee is pointing out, but a good save down to his right. Had to be short. Lucas Zidane, based in the Spanish second division with Granada. It's just his 4th appearance for Algeria. Debut back in October. And 3 of those have come at the Nations Cup. Oh, a whisker away from opening the scoring. It was Twanzebe who rose.
And I thought that one was going in, PS. It looks like it was going in.
Oh, he was so unlucky because he got it nearly all so right. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. And the central defender.
And he had a nick on an Algerian player. It could have been a corner kick, but, the referee missed that one out.
Well, yes, exactly. I thought that came off an Algerian head as well. I'm with you. So despite all that sort of slow build-up pressure from Algeria, it is the Congolese who've had the better chances of the game, and them both coming in the last couple of minutes. Bakambu and Axel Twanzebe. A scare for the Algerians and an indication of how quickly things can turn. Amura, full of running. That's a nice ball forward into Boudaoui. Twanzebe tried to cut it out, clipped into the middle. And Mbemba with the header away. Here is Mahrez. Amura. Mahrez again. Captain fantastic so far. And that's really well played from Siddiqui just to take the balls off the toes of the Algerian.
That's a number 9 going back defend, to help his team in the defensive aspect of play.
And just timing the tackle to perfection. The midfield man for the Congolese. Mondi swinging it out beautifully to the left-hand side to Nouri. Doesn't have much support. Benasser, and they just slow it right down again. Into the middle. And Mbemba wasn't going to take any chances about whether it was going to go to Mpassi in the Congolese goal or not. And then Bongonda scrambling and winning the free kick as well. The whistles will pour out from the Algerian supporters, but Mbemba there, that was leadership, wasn't it? There was no, make sure that there were no ifs and buts.
That was the right thing to do. That was the earlier miss from, from Congo. You can see, if you have gone, you can see that easily kicking over.
Exactly, and in the years, which one country that instant up. France, nicely, your choice. They were a World Cup winner in France in 1998.
The competition that comes out of France when it comes to goalkeeping, you know how fierce that is. And I think he did the right choice, choosing, Algeria. Look at Ibrahim Diaz that chose Morocco instead of, and he's paying off.
It is indeed Brahim Diaz, the top scorer of this competition with 4. And Zidane now set to emulate his dad by playing at a World Cup later this year. Algerians in a group with Argentina, what a game that will be. And then Austria in a game that brings back memories of the West Germany Austria farce of 1982 when they knocked the ball around for nearly the whole game after the result went. Wait, push it through. There's a little bit of fun opportunity yet to create confidence.
Different ones are not this in
Mahrez. They're nice. From him out to just doesn't come off. And Mukau to the right-hand side, but the Congolese haven't got their foot on the ball, then just instantly give it away.
For a player of quality of Wan-Bissaka, he could have done easily far better than what he just did there. When your team is absorbing that pressure, when you get hold of the ball, try and keep it for a bit so that your teammate can, breathe a notch and recover.
Exactly. Get a foot on the ball, and we know the qualities he has. Wan-Bissaka with West Ham in the English Premier League as he switch it out to this right-hand side. Maza forward into Belhali. Closely marshalled by Twanzebe. He manages to twist and turn and get the cross in, but it will be a goal kick and nothing more to the Democratic Republic of Congo. And at present, they are holding firm. We thought this might be attack versus defense, certainly at one end of the pitch, and that is exactly what it's proving to be.
Yeah, definitely. Credit goes to, the DRC. They're doing, perfectly well when it comes to their plan. And Algeria are keeping the ball, getting all those passes around, switching play, waiting for that space to get that right pass that they're looking for.
Debut in September of last year. This is 9th cap. 4 clean sheets in his previous 8. And repeat the strength of this.
And then he got could direct it on
Kabul second got the strike.
They saw where they belong, and tactically they were sound against Senegal the way they are are today.
And Senegal are a very, very impressive team here. They will meet Mali in an all West African derby in the quarterfinals. The winner of this game will be meeting Daniel Amakachi's Nigeria in the quarters, and that game on Saturday in Marrakesh.
Nigerians are praying that Congo shall go through.
Well, that might tell you, therefore, who they think is the stronger team out on the park today. But is that because they want revenge for what happened in the World Cup playoffs in November?
They want revenge. Let me phrase it for you. We want revenge.
Okay, okay. And after the game, the Nigeria Football Federation, while we're on this, complained about the fact that some Congolese players have dual nationality and that the match should be replayed or null and voided. What did you make of that?
Yeah, well, the rules are simple. FIFA is not a nation. FIFA don't issue passports. You understand? FIFA don't issue passport. They got the passport, from, DRC Congo government. So they're eligible to play. But, why not?
But also do it on the pitch, not off it, surely. There was the complaints against both Wan-Bissaka, who is a former England youth international, and Twanzebe as well, also a former youth international.
So the work rate that Sadiki and Bakumbu brings into this Congolese team, they just keep running. They keep running, putting pressure when they need pressure.
And here they are again. This is Bongonda breaking up the play and then fouled, surely. Well, no decision comes his way. He's not happy with that. And I thought that was a foul, but the Egyptian man in the middle didn't. And then, oh, look at this. This is going to infuriate the Congolese, because when an Algerian goes down, the decision goes their way.
You can see Mbemba is right there. You can see it is 100% a foul.
Exactly. How
it was 100% a foul.
Be given Maza. And then Siddiqui, well, if that was 100% a foul, that's 1,000% foul.
You know, both players pulled each other's arm, you know, in the two occasions, but, you know, one got a call.
Yeah, Siddiqui's the graver offence, but should it even been in play, the ball. And then we're out to Wan-Bissaka and to Mutusami. That's nicely played back to him. Bit of a heavy touch. Shaibi wins it back. Maza tries to take it off the toes. Oh, Samuel Mutusami, 79 years of age, played every minute of the last Nations Cup for the Congolese. The man who wears number 8 for them just sits. He's the equivalent of Boudaoui, defensive duo, and just mops things up.
Well-balanced game so far after 37 minutes of football.
It certainly is. Congolese, as said, with the better chances. 2 going to Bakambu. Twanzebe with that header wide from the corner. Ait Nouri up against 3. Shaibi with the delivery, goes deep. Maza can rise, but he cannot grow a few more inches. And Lionel Mpassi can gather. 31 years of age now, Mpassi. 2 clean sheets so far of the tournament. Single minute of this campaign. Siddiqui. And to Mutusami, well, there was a bit of space in the pass to Elliott. It wasn't right. And here we go again. Here was Kayembe. Siddiqui. Around. It's their third outstage tournament. They were put on penalties by Madagascar in 2019 in Egypt. And it was the Egyptians they took on last time around in Ivory Coast. 1-1 it ended. 8-7 they won on penalties. Lionel Mpassi, the Congolese skipper, converting the winning spot kick for an 8-7 win, and the smile on his face afterwards was, as you might imagine, from a goalkeeper who had the honour of winning a game with an actual striker goal. Kayembe nicely linking up with Siddiqui. Melia. Elia, not Melia. Mutusami. Siddiqui moved across. Bakambu going for it. It just needed a touch.
That's a beautiful swinging ball, Pierce. That's a beautiful swinging ball. You know, it was right there, you know, to intercept. But if not, that would have been a clean header on the ball.
You could see he was giving it absolutely everything. Bakambu, Bensabaini with the block.
That's a game changer right there.
Excellent delivery from Noah. Here's a stand by Manchester United, Chelsea. Swinging gone, and good handling from Zidane, and that's just the sort of thing that defenders love to see, and the whole team loves to see.
That's a beautiful catch. Not just, you know, when you have a goalkeeper who comes up for his area ball, that's a plus for you, you know, in the team.
Commanding presence, came, decisive, gathered.
It's like VAR have caught.
That was brief. There wasn't anything obvious to me. Did you spot anything there?
Yeah, well, so, you know, now the way it is, you just have to be very careful and very cautious, because any sneak, the VAR are all there, and they have all the angles that we don't see and the fans don't see.
What about that clear and obvious thing that was?
Very confident in players, the play confident.
Absolutely, they cut to the game. We saw it the other night with South Africa against Cameroon. South Africa started like a whirlwind. The indomitable Lions away, it didn't, and it gave their opponents a foothold in the game. And eventually, they won that match by 2-1. And it seems that the Congolese are doing it after that opening 20 minutes or so, where the Algerians were dominant. Maza with the strike, and Maza just passed from Mpassi's left-hand post. Well, that's what he's got. Algeria's first shot, really, of the half, and it was all made by this young man, just working it onto his left. He's got 2 good feet, and he just couldn't hit the target, but much better from the Algerians.
Much better. He did everything right, but hit the target. You know, he got the ball, a good turn, faced the defense, struck it with a, you know, very, very good stroke, all capital leveled on the ground, but like I did say, it never hit the target.
He's adept at finding space, turning. As I said earlier, yet to see too much from him in this half, but he's a real box of tricks. Here's Ibrahim Maza, led by Leverkusen. They do have some talent. They've also got Christian Kafane, the Cameroonian striker, just 19 years of age. As Bongonda goes down, and on this occasion, the free kick does go Congo's way.
And that's free kicks on that area that Algeria shouldn't be, you know, allowing, because, you know, Congolese are very strong area balls, and we've seen the danger already twice in this game.
We have indeed, and we saw what Twanzebe could do when he came forward. So Bongonda standing over it. Sammy coming over as well. But Twanzebe with his aerial height is very much one to aim at. And Mbemba as well offered.
You know, modern era of football, you know, time that is being spent on set pieces, you know, it's incredible. That's why when, you know, they get one in, you know, you see the celebration from the managers from the bench.
Bongonda with the delivery. Right, Nouri with the header. Mahrez gently back into Zidane. Moore tries to keep it in. It's a Congolese throw. And he did what he had to do. The Algerian under no real pressure. And Sabayini. Bongonda picks up the loose ball. Well, is that going to be a corner? I think it is. It is indeed.
It's either go for a corner kick or, you know, a free kick.
It's Benacer who got a touch. Oh, it's been given as a corner.
But
rather than a free kick.
He got the last touch. But he is lucky to get a, you know, a corner kick, but it could have easily been a free kick for him.
Exactly, could easily have been a free kick. And now they have changed the decision, actually. And they've given a goal kick, and it wasn't a free kick. Could have been one, wasn't the other.
That's what you can see, the frustration from the Congolese player on the referee. Now that's two calls now that he have gotten wrong, you know, in favor of the Algerians.
Yes, you can indeed. There's going to be just the 1 minute of additional time at the end of what has been a very cagey opening period. No surprise, of course. These are two good teams, both of which, before the tournament, expected to go far. They do not want to be going out in the round of 16, so no surprise. It is a cautious affair. Mbemba just telling Mpassi just to slow it down. That's the years of experience from Mbemba, his first Nations Cup way back in 2013. He wasn't used on that occasion. He was part of the Congolese side that finished third in 2015, their best finish this century. They did, of course, finish fourth last time around, beaten on penalties. That was all that separated them from South Africa as Benacer comes forward. A little bit of space. Amura Shaibi, well, the pass just went a little bit wide. The final attack of the half, trying to find the breakthrough. They win the corner. Will there be time enough to take it? Well, seemingly so. They're going to have to get on with it. No, there isn't the time. And, well, I think that's absolutely right. When the time is up, the time is up.
The time is up, but the time is up. I would have loved for him to allow that, you know, that corner kick, because normally when it's a minute, they are added. It's
threatening at the other end. At half time, about it is Algeria 0, the Democratic Republic of Congo 0.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
power your joy, power your moment. Power your moment. Techno, the global partner of AFCON 2025.
Bet, official betting partner of Bafana Bafana.
All the energy of African football with Total Energies.
Hello?
Hey babe, you're the usual.
Yeah, see you in a sec.
Where you?
At our usual.
Oh, you meant the other usual.
Yeah. Let me guess. Our other usual.
You know what, babe? Maybe we should just reschedule.
Or let's find a new usual.
The Urban Cruiser. Be boldly curious.
Sterimar knows hygiene and comfort, made with 100% natural seawater and enriched with trace elements for everyday nasal care.
Breathe easy with Sterimar.
In the heart of every champion lies a journey, one of resilience, passion, and dedication. It's a journey that starts as a dream and is fueled by ambition. A journey made of the relentless pursuit of greatness. And greatness isn't given, it's earned. With every challenge, goal, and celebration, it's a journey that inspires generations. And one that proves that we are made of more. 10Bet, official betting partner of Bafana Bafana.
The meeting of the family is a serious one. When you look at the scoreline at half-time, it's 0-0. That possession surprises me there, Ignacio. Algeria having so much possession, yet they haven't looked as dangerous as that possession suggests.
Yeah, definitely. You know, there is a reason for that. I think that Congo wants to give that possession for Algeria, because the way that Congo played in the previous games, it's like, I will give the ball to the other team, then I will go on the counter-attack. So it's like a fake possession that it's a lot of lateral passes, a lot of back passes that they are not hurting the defense of Congo.
Except here, this nearly hurt. Bagali with that cross. Great touch. Unbelievable ball in.
Yeah, it's a good ball in. I think, you know, one of the few times where they've had a little bit of joy in a tight area. And he does well to sort of fizz this across the goal, hoping, obviously, in that position, it's so difficult to obviously get goal side of the ball. And that could have gone anywhere. If it hits his knee, that's in the back of the net.
That's 102 caps, though. So Mbemba making absolutely certain of the clearance there for the DRC. However, that's when we started to see the DRC, who are so comfortable playing without the ball, turning defense into attack and decent attacks. Because look here, Daniel, they go up the field and Bakambu gets a chance.
Yeah, this is what the DRC Congo is actually waiting for. They're waiting for, absorbing the pressure and waiting for that one loose counter-attack for them to make a difference in it. But unfortunately, I wish he just have a little bit of seconds to check that he can play a cut back to the man coming. Probably this could have been DR Congo one goal ahead.
He didn't look anywhere but at goal, did Bakambu, the Real Betis man. And that one just going past Zidane. Then, Bangonda's corner, Taunzebe with the header.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at both these chances, that is a header. It doesn't look like Algeria are very comfortable with heading the ball. Against Burkina Faso, they do not win the first ball. The slide before this one, it came from a header. Again, set pieces. So I think this is where DR need to double down. The cross into the box, winning the first ball.
There's the cross again. Wan-Bissaka getting the ball in, Bakambu with the header. This is something that if it continues, Algeria may live to rue the day that they're leaving enough of these crosses to come in.
Definitely, I think the difference of physicality from Congo and Algeria, it's a must for this Congo go on the lead of the game.
Guys, you told me all about Mahrez. Where is he? All I heard, Mahrez. I haven't seen him.
But they made it difficult for him now because he said the shifting of the DR Congo is very quick. So they don't waste a bit of time. The ball goes to the side, the shift, and they close him down. So they're making it difficult for him to play.
Take him out?
No, I think it's not the moment to take him out. Also, if you see the first half, Mahrez was not comfortable on the line because he have a lot of pressure from Kayembe. So he tried to come inside, and that space is over-numbered. So it's difficult for him on this first half.
Well, how would you wrap up the first half?
I think it's a great exhibition in terms of just absolute ultra defense, from DR Congo, just containing and managing the damage, forcing Algeria outside because, they're dangerous when they start coming inside. Maza had a wonderful shot when the ball came inside. So force them out wide. We can get 2-on-2 on the outside or 3-on-2, and it makes it really, really difficult, and hence why we have not seen Mahrez.
Now, in commentary, you did hear Daniel Mukachi saying that he would prefer to see Nigeria take on DRC because of the revenge that is necessary. In studio, former international Daniel Akpei saying he would rather see Algeria be up against Nigeria. And you can see why after that first 45 minutes of Congolese pressure. We'll keep him under control here. Keep watching on your World of Champions.
With the game still deadlocked, it's time for something new.
Let's light it up.
Here comes
Festive season rush turned seamless with a reliable internet solution. Get Stream Connect Fiber for only 489 Rand per month. And you could stand a chance to win one of 5 Toyota Starlets or one of 10 Huawei Matebooks. Call 10213, visit telcom.co.za/business, download the My Telcom app or go to any Telcom store. T's and C's apply. Telcom Business. Possible begins here.
How long have me and you been doing this now?
15 years now.
15 years. Think you can go again? You ready? One more time.
Let's go. I'll make a drink for you.
They
There's never been a better time to switch to SuperSport Bet. Get 250 bonus spins with your first deposit. Whether you love the excitement of slots, the strategy of table games, or the thrill of live casino action, SuperSport Bet has it all.
Alrighty guys, you ready?
Claim 250 bonus spins plus 100% first deposit match up to 5,000 Rand. Switch to supersportbet.com. T's and C's apply.
The family meets at AFCON. Catch every match in 6 languages with analysis by the continent's biggest stars. Live on SuperSport, only on DSTV.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Tenbet, official betting partner of Bafana Bafana.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
Yes.